Hello everyone, welcome to a World of Warships Blitz video. Today's video is a second run in the Commonwealth Tier 6 cruiser, the Mysore, which is the Indian cruiser based on the Fiji class of cruisers. So I've put up one video already. Hopefully I've published these in the right order, and this is the second video that you're watching. So here we are on a map that's actually probably quite a good test for it. The previous map was a base capture like this one, but without the choke points with the islands, it provided a bit more cover. This map is going to be a little bit more revealing about the capabilities of the ship. I have played it on other maps. It's a difficult ship to hold a cap in. I mean, the Fiji's able to hold a cap because of the longer duration smoke. It's able to get in there, pin it until at least some help comes along, if help comes along at all, which was actually the case in some of those games. There was no help. So here we are. There's a choke point on either side of the islands in this Bay of Storms. That is going to be a challenge. As you can see, we're taking fire. Fortunately, we have that Zara has other things to worry about. It has some torpedo problems, but some fire will come my way in a second. So what I'm going to do is turn my nose in towards that Genizer now. He's only got 6 guns, 3 turrets, 2 guns per turret, which means that at long range his dispersion against head-on targets means hopefully he'll be targeting someone else. Of course, to put myself head-on to the Genizer now, I'm going broadside on to this Zara, which is not a great place to be. He's smoked up. It's not really very friendly of him, so I'll smoke up. I get 10 seconds worth of smoke too, which means that hopefully in that intervening time, he switches targets, giving me a bit of clearance. There he goes. Yep. Now he'll be definitely outturning his turrets because the Zara's, Zara's got quite large guns. Well, I'm assuming he'll be outturning his turrets. I can't remember how fast Italian turrets traverse. I do know their cruisers aren't very agile, but they do have big guns, and they will absolutely wreck this tiny little Mysore if they get a chance to hit us. As it was, we had some Fuso shells coming in. Fortunately, we were in a turn, which meant that we didn't get a full-on smack. So I'm going to have to do something about this. Getting targeted by the Genizer now. Those are a couple of Genizer now shells coming in. So I need to, make myself scarce. So what I've done is my smoke comes back comes back now. So we're going to get some shells off at that guy. We'll need to, try and avoid the torpedoes that are invariably coming our direction. That Genizer now is out of, fortunately out of range. There go the torpedoes. And we're going to try and make ourselves a poor target for the Genizer now. There goes the torpedoes. Oh, the Zara's shooting at us. So we're actually a little bit exposed here, which is sort of a common situation with me, unfortunately. I do tend to run a bit aggressive, and, well, the Mysore isn't built for that. Actually, to be fair, I'm not sure what the Mysore really is built for. It's just not quite got its capabilities lined up. Right. I mean, there are plenty of ships that I struggle with. So, for example, I did struggle with the Duca d'Aosta at Tier 6, which was the first Italian cruiser with SAP. But once I sort of got a handle on it, I could make it work. Obviously struggled with some ships like the York and the Aoba, which I think everybody struggles with. But you could sort of see where they sat in the grand scheme of things. Well, maybe not the Aoba, but the Mysore just seems to be a little bit challenged. So here we are. We're holding our distance open, which means that our AP shells are mostly going to bounce if we manage to land them at all. We don't have a particularly target-rich environment from the point of view that that Genizer now isn't a great thing for me to be shooting at. I'm hoping if he loses interest in me, he'll lose sight of me. Because at this stage, the best thing I can do, we're up 5 ships. We're ahead 7 ships to their 5, and the best thing I can do at this stage is not die. So here's the guys now. I'm going to try and sneak around him, but unfortunately my detection radius is not that great. His guns, I would have thought they would have been facing out the other side. It's good to see that, well, it's not really good to see. So we'll smoke up, turn in, provide a poor target, and then turn away so that we, yeah, there's no point in getting slammed by this guy. That Fubuki went down, that's all we need to know. Here come the torpedoes. We're still in secondary range, which is a bit unfortunate. So yeah, my role in this battle is to not die. That's about as much as I can do. Fortunately, our friendly Polish destroyer knocked him out. So he was distracted trying to take me down. I think he was just after a kill. You know, we're that far ahead in the battle that at this stage they're just going for points. And this Zara is also going to be an issue. So we're going to be brave. We're going to pop out. No, we're not. Saved by the bell again. So yeah, so the Mysore. Yeah, hopefully it gets a buff. I think it really does need a buff. The battles that I've played in it, it just, yeah, fighting at a distance, you're really robbing your team of some firepower. Every ship should have its place, and it just doesn't quite feel like it's got there yet. It is good to see that they're getting some ships from the Indian subcontinent. It's nice to see. But yeah, you know, I think it needs a little bit more justice done to it. My recommendation would be to modernise it a little bit. It is a 1957 ship, I believe, so, you know, putting some radar on it would be a good place to start. That would certainly change it.